Good morning, dear students. This is Mrs. Anjum Aleem from Springfield School, Masap Tank, biology teacher for class 10. Children, as you all know that we are in lesson number 8, heredity. And we have covered monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and how is the sex determination taking place in the human beings in our last videos. Today we are going to talk about the evolution. We are going to talk about the acquired and inherited characters, Lamarckism, Charles Darwin theory, and of course we will also talk about the Darwin's theory of evolution in a nutshell. So please pay attention and watch the video attentively. To start with, variation in beetle population. Now, what is variation? Variation is the differences between the individuals within a species. This can be caused by inherited or environmental factors. Variations can be inherited or they can be due to the environmental external factors. Variations develop during the reproduction in organisms. Sexual reproduction and errors in DNA copying leads to variations in offsprings in population. So variation is basically differences. We observe many differences in many animals, how they have evolved. Now we will, as we continue to watch the video, you will understand. Now here we are taking the example of beetles. Let us consider that there are 12 beetles. So in the first case what is happening, in the second case what is happening, and in the third case you can see 3 rows. So these are the 3 situations where the beetle population is affected. So let us start with the first one. What do we observe in the first row? We observe that there are many red and few green beetles. So what is happening to them? If you see the first one, the first condition, here the green beetles were in camouflage with the surroundings. They were not caught by the crows, whereas the crows eat only beetles which are red in color, which are visible, whereas green were not visible. The green beetles got the survival advantage. It participated in reproduction. As a result, gradually the population of the green beetles increased and the red beetles decreased. This is called as the variation, how the red has disappeared and how the green has evolved. This is the first condition. Now let us see the second condition, second situation, what is happening in the second situation. In the second situation, we had red beetles, but with the reproduction, due to some variations during the reproduction, here the color variation take place in the progeny and the blue colored beetles started producing instead of the green color. So what are we getting here? Instead of the red color, the blue color started producing. So all the progeny are blue in color. So the crows started eating the red and blue together. So there is no survival advantage in this case. Now there is another situation, the third situation, wherein the trees were affected by some disease. The bushes were affected by some disease, so the leaves got affected and the beetles did not get the proper food. They did not get the sufficient food. So the beetles started losing their weight. So in the third condition, what happens? Suddenly bushes were affected by a plant disease where the leaves were destroyed, hence beetles got less food. So beetles were poorly nourished and started losing their weight. After the disease was eliminated, the bushes became healthy and thus the beetles also became healthy. This is how the evolution takes place. So what have we seen? We have seen the 3 cases as I told you in this slide. The first case where both red and green were there, but the red were eaten away, so green survived. The survival of the fittest. We will talk about it. It's about the Charles Darwin theory. In the second case, there were some variations during the reproduction and the equal number of red and blue beetles were there, they were eaten away by the crows, so there was no advantage of survival. In the third case, due to the environmental effect, that is the disease caused to the plants, the number of the beetles were affected, their health were affected, and finally when the disease was eliminated, the beetles got back their weight and their health. Now this is all. What do we conclude from this? We conclude from this that the variations will help the better to survive, the best to survive. Only the best will survive. Whenever the variations takes place, we should remember that they are passed from parents to offspring through heredity, and they accumulate over generation, leading to the evolution. So variation helps the organism to adapt to the changing environment and increase the survival chances. That we have seen through the beetle experiment. Now let us see Lamarckism, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck from 1774 to 1829. Lamarckian inheritance, also known as Neo-Lamarckism, is the notion that organism can pass on its offspring physical characteristics that the parent organism acquired through use and disuse during its lifetime. It is also called the inheritance of acquired characteristics or soft inheritance. See children, whatever we use less slowly disappears. For example, in our digestive system we have appendix. Now that appendix was useful in the olden days when people used to eat raw, early man used to eat raw leaves. But now it is not in use. So slowly it is getting, it has become dysfunctional. Similarly, there are many organs in our body which are dysfunctional. Conjunctivitis in eyes. Now let us talk about the theory of use and disuse in case of giraffe. Lamarck observed in case of giraffe, the giraffe had a difficulty in reaching the trees, so they kept on stretching their necks, and finally they got a long neck which was passed from the parent to the progeny, that is, it was inherited. The long neck was inherited. So this is called as the theory of use and disuse. Whatever organs are used constantly, they are called as the organs will become well developed and they are called as the acquired characters. Another example that you can see here is that if you observe the August Weismann, another scientist, he cut the tails of the rats and he observed that the tail did not disappear in the new generations. It was still there. So this he proved that bodily changes are not inherited. He cut the tails of the rats thinking that the new coming generation will not have the tail, but the new generation had the tail. This is how we have come to a conclusion that the inheritance of the acquired characters. Here the example is the elongated neck and forelimbs in giraffe is the acquired character which is inherited from the parents to the offsprings. Now we will also talk about here Charles Darwin. Darwin finches, Darwin, in 9th class we have studied about the finches. He went to Galapagos Island where he observed the different kinds of the birds. Islands, there were many islands present. So he observed the 13 to 15 types of birds with different beaks, how they got adapted to their environment, to the availability of the food, how their beaks got adapted. So let us see, Darwin's finches are a classical example of an adaptive radiation. Their common ancestor arrived on the Galapagos about 2 million years ago. During the time that has passed, the Darwin's finches have evolved into 15 recognized species differing in body, size, beak, shape, song and feeding behavior. Finches are the birds. Darwin noticed that fruit-eating finches had parrot-like beaks and that finches that ate insects had narrow prying beaks, the finches that had to adapt to the new environment and food sources. They gradually evolved into different species. Yes, you remember this? You have studied in 9th class. These are the different types of the beaks adapted by the birds. The small birds with different types of beaks are called as the finches. So Darwin made a study of their beaks, how they were adapted to the environment. How did Darwin finches adapt? Adaptation in Darwin's finches: beak depth, which is correlated with the body size and ability to crack the larger seeds, varies according to drought conditions. Plants produce fewer, harder seeds in dry years and more softer seeds in wet years. Only larger birds with deeper depth survive in drought years. In the Galapagos Island, Darwin observed several species of finches with unique beak shapes. He postulated that the beak of an ancestral species had adapted over time to equip the finches to acquire the different food sources. So slowly the changes took place, the adaptation took place in the finches. So children, about the Charles Darwin theory in a nutshell. Charles Darwin theory of evolution states that evolution happens by natural selection. Individuals in a species show variation in physical characteristics. As a consequence, these individuals most situated to their environment survive, and given enough time, the species will gradually evolve. What do we understand? Survival of the fittest. That is, there is a competition between the organisms for food, for space, and for mating, for finding their partners, mates. So whoever will fight, the survival of the fittest, struggle for existence, these are the terms used by the Charles Darwin. Struggle for existence is there between, competition is there between the organism, and the best will survive. That is the survival of the fittest. So if we study in detail the nutshell, the points are there in the textbook, kindly go through. It talks about individual organisms in nature differ from one another. Yes, all individuals are different. Organisms in nature produce more offspring than can survive. Because more organisms are produced than can survive, competition for limited resources takes place, as I told you. Competition for food, competition for space, competition for mating, for finding partners. Since each organism is unique, each has a distinct advantage and disadvantage in the struggle for existence. So there is a struggle for existence. Then ultimately what will happen? Survival of the fittest will happen. Whoever will fight and win will survive. So children, today we have seen the variations in beetle population, how the evidences of evolution, that is how they are adapted to their environment, Lamarckism theory of use and disuse, Darwin's theory of evolution in a nutshell, and Darwin's finches. I hope you understood the concept clearly. Now here is the homework. Explain the Darwin's theory of evolution, natural selection, taking the example of beetle. This answer is there in the PDF. Kindly go through and complete your notes. Thank you very much for watching this video.